to Kara's Day Out, and this is Kara. And on today's topic, we'll be talking about how to become a cabin crew. But before then, if it's your first time here, kindly subscribe. Please subscribe, like, and of course, comment on our videos. You can also tell me things you would love me to talk about in the comment section here. So today we'll be talking about how to become a cabin crew. I've often heard people asking me through my DMs how to become a cabin crew, if they have to write jam or not, and all that. Where I'm going to clarify everything for you today and tell you how I became a cabin crew. Yes, using myself as an example. Thank you very much. To become a cabin crew, you have to go to the school. Yes, the aviation school. Aside any other school that you must have done, any tertiary university or anything, you have to do the aviation school. For me, I went to Nigerian College of Aviation in Zaria, but there are other nice schools in Lagos, which is the Lagos Academy, Lagos Aviation Academy, and then we have Universal Business Academy, and so on and so forth. I went to Nigerian College of Aviation, which is in Zaria, and we spent 3 to 4 months. For me particularly, during my time, I spent 4 months. And during that process, before you get the admission, you have to buy the form, which is 10,000 naira for the form. Yes, 10,000 naira for the form. After the form, you'd be called on a set date to come and write your exams, which is English, Maths, and Current Affairs. Yes, after the exams, you are going to pick people that passed the exams, and those people will proceed for interviews, where after the interviews you now pay 25,000 naira for the medicals, which is going to be carried on you in the aeromedicals ward inside the school. Yes, inside Nigerian College of Aviation Zaria. And after that, if you pass your medicals, automatically you've gotten an admission with Nigerian College of Aviation Zaria for the cabin crew course. After that, you don't need JAM. Let me just say that now. You don't need to write JAM to go to cabin crew course. For any cabin crew course, you don't need to write JAM. But I always tell people, try to get a tertiary university certificate before going, because most companies and most airlines, they always want to take people that they feel like they've done tertiary institution and all that. I don't know why, but I think it's better when you do that. You have a better edge of getting the job when you actually graduate from a tertiary university. So you don't need JAM for that. You don't need any JAM. And I often hear people, I don't know anybody in Zaria, where am I going to stay and all that. Well, Nigerian College of Aviation, once you paid your school fees, which is 366,400, I know it's cheap, right? Well, it's inclusive of your accommodation and feeding. Fantastic, right? Yes, once you pay your school fees, your feeding and your accommodation is automatically paid for. Of course, people ask, at what age are you supposed to go for a cabin crew course? From 18 above. Yes, 18 above, you are qualified. You're more than qualified to be a cabin crew, as long as you're 18 plus. Yes, and you can actually go for the course. And as long as you pass, the cutoff mark for NCA exams is 75%, but trust me, you don't want to get 75. Of course, you want to wow their mind and at least get 80, 95 if possible. Yeah, because it's help you to actually understand and know what the cabin crew job is about. And I often hear people ask me, to serve tea and coffee, I have to go for a course again to serve tea and coffee. Well, let me bust your bubbles. Cabin crew are not on board just to serve you tea and coffee, please. Our primary reason why we're on board is for your safety. For your safety, in case of any emergency, we are there for your safety. Be it first aid emergency, be it in-flight emergency like fire, anything. See, we are trained to actually handle such situations. So it's not just to give you tea and coffee and to smile and walk down the aisle and all that. It's not just for that. So as much as you want to look all beautiful and you think it's all about the on fleek and all that, trust me, it's not just that. It's not just that. So if you're not ready to work, if you're not ready to read, cabin crew job is not for you. I'm telling you, it's definitely not for you. And I often tell people, if you don't have the passion, don't even go into it. Because I've seen people that come on board, and the first thing they ask me is, how much is your salary? How much is your salary? I'm an aspiring crew. Please, I would like to know how much is the salary. If it's because of the salary, then my sister, cabin crew job is definitely not for you. My brother, cabin crew job is definitely not for you too. If it's the salary that is motivating you to wanting to be a cabin crew, please go and look for other job. Please, yes, go and look for other job. And yes, you'll be surprised I said if my brother, yes, of course, we have the hosts too, cabin host, we have them. Yes, a guy too can also be a cabin crew. 100%. Any airline will pick you too. As much as the advantages are there for the ladies too, the same advantage is there for you as a guy too, to be a cabin crew. So it's not just for the ladies. I've often hear people say, oh, it's just for the ladies. It's not for the ladies. The work at hand is definitely not for the ladies, because in times of an emergency, we also need you. We need your muscle. Yeah, we need that muscle to help us with the slide and the opening of the door and etc. See, trust me, cabin crew job is one thing you will love. And people always ask me too, like, how did you bet this idea of being a cabin crew? For me, I won't say I've always dreamed to be a cabin crew, or from birth. I'm not that kind of inspired to acquire, to require, to aspire. Never. How I became a cabin crew is a funny story, because I love to see them walk past me at the airport. And while schooling in Accra, I'm always at the airport going home or coming back to school. So I see them, they pass me with their fine smiles and their nice packed hair. They are all looking so glammed up and very nice, like nude and sparkling. And you need to see them. Like, I'm always admiring them, and just something inside me say, when I'm done with school, I would love to be one. And that was just it. I spoke with one of my friends, and she actually thought I was just joking, that this idea, before we graduate, she would actually look for nothing again. His face, always having new adventure. And we all laughed about it, and that was the end. And when I called her and I was like, babe, I'm in aviation school, she was like, Faith, you still went on with it. So then that's how it came about. As silly and as funny as it sounds, that was how I got the idea of being a cabin crew. And I'm enjoying every bit of it. Trust me, I'm enjoying every bit of my job. Like, who wants? Just look at. Yeah. So it's as simple as that. Get your forms, prepare for your exams, go get the highest mark you can possibly get, and then get your pass your interview, go for your medicals, get your course, and then you'll be issued a license after the NCA exams. Bear in mind though, the school is going to set an exams for you first to test your ability before you go for the NCA exams. And if you pass your NCA exams, of course you have a license to your name and you can fly. And I wish you all the best while also looking for a job. I'm going to be doing other videos on how to get your job, but not today. So you have to subscribe, turn on the notification. Please turn on your notification, because you don't want to miss how I got my first job. I'm going to be dropping a video of how I got my first job. You don't want to miss it, because I'm sure you also want to be a cabin crew someday. So if you want to be a cabin crew, an aspiring cabin crew, or you even not just a cabin crew, as long as you're looking for a job, you just came out from school, you're yet to get a first job, then the next video is definitely for you. How to get your first job, what to do, what not to do while waiting for the job. Trust me, it's a video you would all want to watch. But for now, kindly subscribe, like, and comment. I'll see you, and thank you for watching. Bye.